So welcome everybody to Gauransh Astrohome. So today we will be having a very small discussion over Gann
Sir, I can't able
from
to
our
share.
Gann expert.
I can't able to share this.
I'll put it on the YouTube. So the Gann expert, Mr. Hari Ganesh ji, he is getting associated with us. He was our old student. He has very deep insights and uh, very good deep insights on the financial astrology field, and he's an expert in the Gann. So I'll be handing over the screen to Hari Ganesh ji, and he will be taking this session forward. If anybody has any questions in between, they are free to ask. So I'm just yeah. So Hari Ganesh ji, you are the host now. You can record. You can share your screen.
Yes. Okay. Is my screen visible?
I'm able to see the screen. इसको थोड़ा छोटा कर देता हूं मैं. Okay, let's start.
Yeah. Hello, this is Hari Ganesh. I have been into stock market since 2004, and prior to coming to this in 2008, I first heard about that planets is going to work in stock market as well. Okay, so it literally changed my trading perspective. Okay, so it took me around 5 years to figure out how planets are going to get a particular stock price to move up and make them come down. Okay, so basically we have a Vedic culture in India, right? So we have hell lot of literature which was written through which we can able to know the price movement according to the planetary movements. Okay, but Gann concept was entirely different. The Gann was a guy who used to predict the not only the stock market price movements, as well as he also predicted the First World War and Second World War and traded accordingly. Okay, so for those who don't know about Gann, let me tell you about uh, Gann and who he is. Uh, Sir, my voice is repeating. Can you please? Hello?
You're audible. You're audible.
Yeah. Okay.
Please continue.
Yep. So, okay. So, for those of you who don't know who is Gann, Gann had been a legendary stock market trader, and it is proven. He had proven himself with interview called the ticker interview. Okay, I will show that one. But before that, we just study what Gann principles are and who is Gann first of all. Okay, so Gann, this is available on internet and Wikipedia website. So W.D. Gann lived between June 6th, 1878 to June 18th, 1955. Okay, so he was a finance trader and he mostly traded in New York Stock Exchange. Okay, he's an American. So he used Gann angles and master charts, hexagon charts, square of 9, everything related to stock market, he designed his own concepts, okay, for trading easily and precisely, forecasting the stock market price movements and trend reversals. Okay. So he used planetary combinations, planetary aspects and all. He used geometry. He used trigonometry most of the times, and he designed his own trading system using the cycles, or planetary cycles and numerical cycles. Okay, so these will be our main concept. Our main focus will be on how to decode the Gann, as well as how to uh, uh, how we can implement into our trading, just like Gann. Okay, so Gann had written many books, and one of his books were a very prominent one was his novel. Okay, that was the Tunnel Through the Air, and we'll discuss very soon about that novel. It is a
सर आपकी आवाज चली गई. We are not able to hear. We are not able to hear.
hello.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, please continue. Please continue.
Yeah. So Gann had used many techniques which we will be learning in our coming sessions. So he had written a book called Tunnel Through the Air, and he had conducted many courses. He had written many books, but most prominently, we need to discuss about the Tunnel Through the Air, which is a novel he had written based on a love story. It will be a romantic novel. Okay, so it is a weird thing that a stock market trader who actually written a romantic novel, and he literally told that in the forward itself, this will be a romantic novel, and for stock market traders who want to trade with the help of planetary combinations, or something, even numerology, you can able to decode this novel, and you can use it for your trading purposes. So that was clearly written in the foreword itself. Okay, and believe me, that was that not that much good novel when it is when we read it just like a romantic novel. Okay, but many people, even after he had written it in 1927, even after almost 100 years, most of the stock market traders were trying to decode using that novel, what the Gann system is. Okay, so he had a very peculiar kind of writing style. Okay, he won't give things directly, just like other people will be writing. No, so he had encrypted everything in his each and every book which he had written. Okay, and he had given some suggestions and some advice to the people who are going to be a professional stock market traders, or full-time stock market traders. Okay, so this is a little introduction about Gann, and we will go in depth in our coming sessions. But before that, let me introduce you with this sticker interview. So this was first published. This interview was first published in the Ticker and Investment Digest. Okay, it was a stock market magazine during 1900s, and this is right now. It is the Ticker and Investment Digest was renamed as Wall Street Journal. Okay, it is the same magazine, but they changed the name to from Ticker and Investment Digest to Wall Street Journal. So Richard D. Wyckoff was the guy who edited this interview and conducted this interview to Gann. Okay, so in 1909, this interview was published, and prior to 1909 itself, Gann had decoded how stock market price moves, or the dynamics of the stock market. Okay, so it states like some time ago, the attention of this magazine was attracted by certain long pull stock market predictions which were being made by W.D. Gann. In a large number of cases, Mr. Gann gave us in advance the exact points at which certain stocks and commodities would sell. Okay, so the Gann used to predict future price movements. Okay, this was the legendary part of W.D. Gann. Okay, so for he again, if you go through this whole interview, for instance, when the New York Central was 131, he predicted that it would sell at 145 before 129. The New York Central was a share price. So the interviewer, W.D. Gann's interviewer, Richard Wyckoff, had stated that he once said to me that New York Central share will go to 145, and then it was trading at 139, and the stop loss was 129. Okay, so and it achieved. So this was an example he had given, and he again states that in the same interview, if you go through, once he before 1909 itself, Gann had his wheat trade he had given. Just search. Yeah. One of the most astonishing calculations made by Mr. Gann was during last summer in 1909, when he predicted that September wheat would sell at $1.20. This meant that it must touch that figure before the end of the month of September. At 12 o'clock Chicago time on September 30th, the last day, the option was selling below $1.08, and it looked as though his prediction would not be fulfilled. Mr. Gann said, if it does not touch $1.20 by the close of the market, it will prove that there is something wrong with my whole method of calculations. I do not care what the price is now. It must go there. So that was the conviction he had over his methods. And it is common history that September wheat surprised the whole country by selling at $1.20 and no higher in the very last hour of trading, closing at that figure. Okay, so if we generally talk about the trading, the stock market prices will be decided through supply and demand. Okay, within one day, wheat supply won't be increased, and within one day, wheat's demand won't get it won't be hyped, right? So the commodity prices will be moving very slowly. If you observe this, the commodity stock price movement, like wheat or crude oil, it won't move drastically, just like our stock market, say Axis Bank stock or SBI or Nifty. They won't move very frequently. Why? Because the supply and the demand, there will be the commodity stock market will be working on different dynamics. Okay, so the price movement won't be there will be low volatility. Okay, so this was the legendary trade, which even now, after 100 years, our stock market traders were still researching on this trade. Okay, so hello, Rahul ji, have any doubts?
No, nothing.
Yeah, okay. Well, so this is just go through this ticker interview. It will definitely give you a preliminary idea of what Gann is and how he had decoded everything. Okay, so here I want to tell you something. With this ticker interview, he had mentioned a few people who are basically influenced the Gann trading style. Okay, so first and foremost is, if you see here, he had mentioned E.H. Harriman. Yeah, here.
This is the
E.H. Harriman. So let's see who is E.H. Harriman. Okay. So E.H. Harriman is a financier and a railroad tycoon. His occupation is financier and railroad tycoon. Okay, he had Gann had clearly told that Edward Henry Harriman, who is a railroad tycoon at that time, he used the same principles what Gann had used in his trading. Okay, so his Atlanta expedition is the most famous one. You can go through about this thing. Yeah, it is here. Harriman Alaska expedition. So this was a guy, E.H. Harriman. He literally changed the transport system in the United States at that time. Okay, he entirely changed it. So again, he mentions one more guy who is a scientist, and his name is Michael Faraday. Most of you might be knowing him. He is a scientist. He literally tells himself or introduces himself to the world as a natural okay, anyway, so Michael Faraday was a scientist from England. He contributed to the study of electromagnetism, electrochemistry, and electromagnetic induction, diamagnetism, and electrolysis. So his inventions were very prominent, that even today we are using this his inventions. He died in 1867. Okay, so even after 150 years or nearly 200 years also, we are using his inventions. Okay, so he, as per Gann, Michael Faraday was uh, inventions were helped him to mm, to generate his trading ideas or trading methodology. Okay, let me explain you one thing. Let me open Paint, and I will show you some. Yeah. So stock market will chart will be traced like this, right? So on x-axis, the time will be there, and on the y-axis, price will be noted, right? So according to the Gann, what Michael Faraday had done is, yeah, and Gann had literally told here about Michael Faraday. Yeah. If we wish to avert failure in speculation, we must deal with causes. Everything in existence is based on exact proportion and perfect relation. This is there is no chance in nature, because mathematical principles of the highest order lie at the foundation of all things. Faraday said there is nothing in the universe but mathematical points of force. So this Gann literally quoted about this thing. Okay, so why he had mentioned his the inventions about why he had Gann mentioned about Faraday is like, if you observe the stock market price movement, it will go in a wave, right? It will go up and it will go down, right? So somewhere a particular price point will act as a resistance, and some price point will act as support, right? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are able to hear you, Mr. Ganesh.
Yes.
Please continue.
Yeah. Please just talk in the middle, sir, so that I am feeling like I'm talking to the wall or something like that. Please, okay?
Yeah, sure. Please continue.
Okay. So, why this particular point acted as resistance and why this particular point is acted as support means, it is in a book called How to Trade with Commodities. He had mentioned, if we decode that book, okay, say let us talk about Faraday's electromagnetic principle. Okay, so magnet will be having a north pole and south pole, right? So whenever two north poles were came together, they repel. Whenever a north pole and a south pole come together, they attract, right? चुंबक जो होता है ना, उसमें नॉर्थ पोल और नॉर्थ पोल अगर हम if we take them together, so they will repel. So the same thing happens at this price points, these two price points. And it is if we decode the Gann, he clearly mentions that where these price points are according to the Gann numerology, we can able to decode these two price points in any stock market index or any instrument. Okay, so how to decode that one, we will be coming in our next sessions. But initially, the according to the ticker interview, Gann clearly mentioned that to study Faraday, to he is giving just like he is giving a hint to us, like if you want to decode my study, you need to study about the electromagnetism or Faraday's laws. Okay, so he again mentions through the law of vibration, every stock in the market moves in its own distinctive sphere of activities as to intensity, volume, and direction. All the essential quantities of its evolution are characterized in its own rate of vibration. So what he is literally telling in this interview is each and every stock vibrates to a particular cause or the event. Okay. Sorry. So each and every stock market instrument has its own vibration. So and it will the stock price movement will be in according to the cycles. Okay, whether they are numerical cycles or whether they are planetary vibrations, they vibrate to a particular extent. To how much extent each and every stock will vibrate, it depends, that we need to decode. That is what he is saying here. Okay. So and he used Pythagoras. In fact, Gann is a most prominent disciple of Pythagoras. Okay, Pythagoras is a mathematician who had given us. He is the father of trigonometry. Okay, so Pythagoras is a philosopher who designed the trigonometry. Okay, trigonometric formulas. Okay, trigonometry is used everywhere, starting from a if you are going in a flight. So at what altitude a flight is going can be calculated using trigonometry. And if you what you call him, a surveyor, a land surveyor will be working mostly almost 90 to 90% on the trigonometric principles only. If you want to calculate the height of a building, even in the mobile also, there are some sensors which use trigonometric principles. So if we see um, price chart, okay, stock market price chart, it is nothing but trigonometric principles were in place. If we calculate correctly through trigonometry, we can able to trade with high success ratio. Okay, how let me show you. This I recently found. Uh, See here, the this is if price is say it is here, so the angle the price is moving at or the rate of the price movement can be calculated using trigonometry. Okay, and stock market have cycles in place, and it can be derived using trigonometry itself. You can go through this video. It is a 16-minute video. Okay, so like this way, if you go into the third dimension, okay, so third dimension will give you the waves. Here it is showing sine wave. Okay, so this is a sine wave. So how much far price is going to move can be deducted with this trigonometry. Okay, here it is theta is equal to 1.05. Okay, so these are the basic principles which Gann used to generate his successful trades. Okay, and let us talk about his novel as well. Tunnel through the air. Okay. Is available in the internet free of cost. Can so here it is. This is the novel which Gann wrote. In this one, he mentions in the foreword that a book to be worth reading must do more than amuse and interest. It must be instructive to be of real value to the reader. This book has a threefold purpose. First, it is an interesting romance, which it is not. Second, it teaches a moral lesson and proves the natural laws laid down in the Bible. Third, it shows the value of science, foreknowledge, and preparedness. Okay, so each and every page of this novel, Gann had encoded some secret cycles which we can, if we can decode, we can able to trade them according to those cycles. Okay, so okay, so let me show you one interesting thing. So the novel's name is The Tunnel Through the Air by W.D. Gann. Okay, so right now we are in information age, and whenever we are going to type SMSs or through WhatsApp messages, we'll be using words short form. Okay, if we are how are you means HRU, we write. Okay, so this short form was not prominent during 1900s. Okay, they never required this kind of short form. Why? Because maybe they don't have they might be having more time. Okay, so Gann specifically used the tunnel through the air. THROUGH he never mentioned for the name. THRU he specifically mentioned. Okay, so this is if we go to Pythagorean numerology and decode. the tunnel through the air. Oh, sorry. Through the air. If we calculate, it is according to the Pythagoras numerology, the total of these letters is 94. And according to Pythagorean numerology, this is the encryption methodology. So write down all the ABCD until Z and give numbers from starting from 1 to 9. That's it. It's very simple. Okay. So 94 is a cycle actually. Okay. So then again, and the full name of this novel is The Tunnel Through the Air, or Looking Back from 1940. Okay, so he published this book in 1929, and he literally mentioned that about the Second World War and Hiroshima Nagasaki bombings as well. If you go through the tunnel through the air jacket, you can able to see that he had this is the
Mr. Ganesh.
sir recording चालू हो रहा है ना?
Now there was a disruption in between. There was some,
Okay.
there was a, my Wi-Fi stopped working for,
Okay.
let's say 2 minutes or so.
Okay.
Anyways,
So it's okay, no?
yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah.
Please
So-
continue from there again.
Yeah. The tunnel through the air, or Looking Back from 1940. So he specifically mentioned the word through as THRU. Okay, it is a short form, and he had encoded his about the cycles into each and every word as well as each and every page of this book. Okay, let me show you one thing. Here in this, this is the full title of this novel, The Tunnel Through the Air, or Looking Back from 1940. Okay, so this the total of the tunnel through the air according to the Pythagorean numerology is 94, right? So if you go here, or he specifically, let me show you once again, he specifically mentioned OR in small letters, right? If you see here, O is related to number 6 and R is related to number 9, right? If we observe the Cancer sign according to the Western numerology, it will be like this. Okay. The 6 and 9. Can you able to see here? It is just like
Yeah. Perfect.
6 and 9. Okay, so the Cancer is a particular sign in the Western zodiac, which is at the almost at the middle of the circle. Okay, and how he used this cancer sign, and why he is mentioning this specifically as war, or the cancer here, is a point of the discussion for at least 10 to 12 hours. Okay, and looking back from 1940 is the continuation, right? Looking back from 71, what is the total of 94 and 71? It is 165, plus we have plus 1, 9 and 4. It is the 179 is yeah, 179 is again cycle number. Okay, you can 179 plus 1, if you add, it will come to 180, right? 180 is called as opposition. Okay, whenever two planets were coming at a 180-degree angle, it is called as opposition. They are very looking at each other. Okay, so that aspect he is mentioning through this the name. Okay, so how we need to we can use this thing as into our trading. We'll look into in our further sessions. Okay, so this is one. Okay, and yeah, and regarding the cycles, we can even decode the different cycles, not only through Gann. We have a hell lot of research has been done after Gann's death. Okay, so we have Hurst cycles, we have Kondrativ cycles, or economic cycles. So everything we had, and even they are also can be used for trading successfully. So Nikolai Kondrativ was a Russian scientist. Okay, he's a Soviet scientist, and he had conducted some research, and he evaluated this Kondrativ cycle. So it is nothing but something called economic cycle. Okay. So in the 1800s, there they were using steam engine, and the major commodity was cotton. Okay, and in around 1850, the cycle changed or shifted its focus to railways, and the major commodity was steel. And again in 1900s, the electrical engineering and chemistry were the major focused sectors. Okay, and in around 1950s, petrochemical and automobiles were the major sectors. And in 1990s, the sector was shifted to information technology. And right now we are more than that. And in current cycle, we are into metaverse. This Okay, if somebody might be knowing about metaverse, let me explain it like different two universe, multiple universe. Okay, multiverse also is another name of metaverse. That's why very recently Facebook had changed its name to Meta. Okay, so with this economic cycles also, we can able to forecast our stock market prices to the long-term stock market price movements. So these cycles also we'll be studying in our here. And one more interesting thing I have observed when I was studying quantitative cycles was there will be economic. It is basically an economic cycle. Not only that, the power shift will also happen according to the quantitative waves or quantitative cycles. Okay, how means let me explain. In 1600s, the power was stagnated in the Europe continent, right? Majorly England, France, and Poland. Every European country was having the power. Okay, then it shifted. The power was shifted to United States, that is American continent. Okay, so there in the American continent, USA became the superpower, world superpower, and it lead all the way. Uh, when very recently, the according to this quantitative cycles, the power has been shifted to Asia. It should shift. Okay, whether it is the coming world superpower is whether India or China, that time will tell. But it has definitely shifted to the Asian continent. And very recently, in the last year, into 2021, I think, the economic growth has been surpassed. The China's economic growth has been surpassed US's. Okay, so that was after reading that article in the newspaper, I very much convinced that quantitative cycles are pretty much working. Okay, so they are called as super cycles, great surges, long waves, K waves, and long economic cycle. Okay, so this not only explains about this power shifts through world continents, as well as the major booming sectors in the future, as well as we can design our long-term investment perspective through this quantitative cycles. Okay, so that's it from my side. If anybody have doubts regarding this thing, you please ask me. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. So Hari Ganeshji, I have few questions. We were talking about the quantitative cycles.
Yes, sir.
So they are major business cycles, and you told that there will be power shifts also happening in these cycles.
Yes, sir.
So I guess they will be instrumental in predicting the major downfalls or the major uptrends. Is it right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, quadratic cycles is actually based upon larger planets, sir. Uranus, Saturn
Okay.
cycles.
You're talking about, the
Yeah, they're planetary cycles only, but a little different perspective has been used in that. If we are investing for a long term, okay, just like this guy, who is his name? I forgot. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett. So if we are going to trade in the fashion of Warren Buffett, then his perspective will be very long term, like 50, 20, 50 years or 60 years perspective will be there for him. Right. He invested in Coca-Cola company long before in 1950, right? So if we are going to invest for that type of long-term investments, then we can use this quantitative cycles.
Yeah. So Dr. Ajay has also sent a question. Sir, I heard that the phase shift has occurred in Condra cycles. Please share your
I
views.
heard that phase shift has occurred in conjunctive cycles. Please share your. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I have told, sir. Very recently, the phase shift. Um, yes, sir. The actually the phase shift will be there in each and every cycle, sir. Okay, so according to the conjunctive cycles, the basic idea of the conjunctive cycles was derived from the planetary movements. Okay, so some planets will take more time to rotate around the sun, and some planets will be having retrograde motion, right? So there the planetary movement will not be exactly we can't be able to tell that say for example, if something is going to happen every 45 years or 90 years, that won't happen, sir. Okay, if you see very recently we had a great conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter. Okay, so in 1920s, around in the 1920s, I think somewhere there, we had a great conjunction. Okay, so then again, a particular time afterwards, it had again met, and very recently, in 2020, December 21st was the day exactly when the great conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter happened. But prior to that itself, it had shown its effect. Okay, so in 2020, 5th to March only, stock market fell like anything before the great conjunction happened. So that difference, the time difference will be there, no? The event as well as the cause. So that is called as conjunctive shifts. Sorry, the phase shift. Okay, so this is going to happen each and every time when a particular major cycle is coinciding with the smaller cycles. Hope you got your answers. If you still have doubts.
Anybody has any other questions?
So how do we differentiate between phase shift and inversion of a cycle? See, phase shift is a thing which, say for example, let me tell you, in Nifty, there is a 85-week cycle. Okay, so every 85 weeks, there will be a trend reversal is going to happen. Okay, so that major cycle, that means 85 weeks means it is more time, right? So there will be a minor cycle also which are going to run in the Nifty trading instrument, right? So whenever these small cycles intercept with major cycle, then there will be a deviation between the occurrence of the event. Okay, and inversion sometimes happen because of this confluence of two cycles. Anything else?
Anybody has any other questions? Okay, so see, Mr. Ajay has some more questions. Sir, are you referring to Gann cycles or Hurst cycles?
Everything is in yeah, working parallel, sir. It is see,
Okay.
universal laws are there everywhere. Okay, so somewhere it will be like uh, even her cycles also. Yeah, it is a her cycle only. 85 week is a her cycle, as well as the Gann cycle also is in accordance with that cycle.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Hari Ganesh ji.
Yes.
Uh, we will try to catch up on another opportunity wherein we can have.
In new view, October 22nd was
Oh, sorry.
inversion or cycle? No, sir.
October
That
21.
see, uh, how how to explain it? Like October 20. I'm not getting October 21st means you're mentioning the great conjunction, or I never used October 21st. It was on December 21st. Maybe I told wrong. The great conjunction happened on December 21st, 2020, sir. Ajay ji.
October 21 Nifty top was inversion or cycle top.
Yeah. October 21, I never mentioned. It was December 21st when great conjunction happened. Hello?
So,
Ajay sir, are you there?
so it was December 20.
21, sir. Let me show you
So let me.
the day.
Yeah, exactly. This was what I was referring to. I guess there was a Nifty
No,
top in.
it is on December 21st, 2020 only. Let me show you one thing. Here it is. December
Nifty
21st.
top was in October only.
No. This is the date.
You can pull out the
21,
data.
21 December. I'm showing. Please look at my screen. 21 December
Yeah.
2020. You know, something different happened on this day. The high was 13,777 and the low was 13,131. If you
131.
yeah, according to the Gann, these two numbers were very much powerful numbers. These are called as Gann numbers according to the Gann numerology. See, you might be you might have heard like 13 is a number which is inauspicious, right?
Yeah, it is Rahu ka number hota hai, sir.
Yeah, yeah. 13 in Western countries, they never used the 13 for some, even 13th floor also will be disappeared in some buildings in Western countries. Okay, that much it is called as an evil number. So if you see the low here, here it is. Okay, that day low was 1313 1.45. Okay, so actually this was according to the Gann numerology. It is one of the thing. He also mentioned seven many times, and seven had its pretty much influence in each and every tradable instrument. Okay, it happened. The high was at 13,777. Okay, in the if you have if you remember, it was in the morning itself. It made a high and it came down all the day. Okay. Very recent Nifty top you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, see, 18,604. No, sorry, there was the cycle ended there. The price time squaring has happened over there, and it came down. That was pretty much clear.
Because there are some questions which have come up for me.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Your fan.
So I'm big fan of your Astro Gan. So thank you so much. Whatever Gan, see, shortly we are going to start off with the Gan course also. And Mr. Hari Ganesh will be leading us. Or you're talking about restarting the entire conversation, I'll put it up on the YouTube. And about this Gan and Vedic levels, see, we have decided, we have made few decisions in the methodology of our operations. And shortly you will be getting an update on the same. Daily videos,
The daily videos mein.
I'll stop to post the daily videos. We will be focusing towards the weekly ones now. Anyways, so Hari Ganesh ji, are we done?
These people have to tell, sir. Somebody have any questions?
Because nobody else has any other questions.
Your fan is
So I guess
telling, oh no. Who is this guy?
see, I'll put up a video on this also. So ऐसा क्यों किया गया है? See, I'll post this fee of the GAN also in the video. मैं आपको सारी details के साथ, I'll be posting everything. So we are done. So thank you, Hari Ganesh ji, for joining us.
Sir, it's my pleasure.
And we will be needing, more insights from you in the coming days. So thank you so much, everybody. So we are ending the session here. Have a good day.
Sir, somebody is asking
Ajit.
about the course fee.
So course fee and etc. I'll put up in a video. I'll make a proper. जो जैसा मैं एक स्लाइड में बनाता हूँ, I'll make it in a proper way with all the content and everything, and that would be floated. So thank you so much. Bye bye.
Okay, sir. Bye bye.
ठीक है, Ganesh ji.
Yes, sir.
Have a nice. Thank you. Thank you.